feasibility study is conducted to derive conclusions from the analysis. The feasibility of the project is analyzed considering both the technical and business aspects. It is discussed whether it's possible to materialize the proposed software given the technical and cost constraints. Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to delve deep into the processes involved in the making of a successful software. We will discuss the various stages that the stakeholders and the product itself have to go through in order to be a successful business model. So, without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, let's talk about software development standards. What is the need for establishing standards for software development? It is very important to follow a particular standard or methodology to bring out profitable, useful, reliable, and scalable software, ensuring customer satisfaction as well. There are various models proposed and standardized by different organizations, business people, software developers, authors, and computer scientists. Now, let's explore the various stages involved in a typical software development process. There are 6 stages involved: requirements phase, analysis phase, design phase, development phase, testing phase, deployment, and maintenance phase. First, let's talk about gathering requirements. This is the most important phase in the software development lifecycle. In this phase, the technical and business team involved in the project gather complete information about the requirements from the customers. It is critical to not make any assumptions about requirements. Also, it is important to practice active listening and document every elicitation activity. It involves various activities such as requirements elicitation. The developers and stakeholders meet. The latter are inquired concerning their needs and wants regarding the software product. Requirements analysis. Requirements are identified and conflicts with the stakeholders are solved. Various written and graphical tools such as user stories and UML are used. Requirements specification. Requirements are documented in a formal artifact called a requirements specification, which is officially approved only after validation. For example, software requirements specification or SRS. Requirements validation. This process involves checking that the documented requirements and models are consistent and meet the stakeholders' needs. Only if the final draft passes this validation process, the requirement specification becomes official. Lastly, we have requirements management. It involves managing all the activities pertaining to the gathered requirements, supervising as the system is developed, and being adaptive to the changing requirements. Next, let's talk about analysis phase. This phase is related to the requirements analysis of the previous phase. It involves critical analysis and thorough study of the requirements and proposed models. A feasibility study is conducted to derive conclusions from the analysis. The feasibility of the project is analyzed considering both the technical and business aspects. It is discussed whether it's possible to materialize the proposed software given the technical and cost constraints. In the design phase, based on the requirements gathered and the conclusions derived from the feasibility study, the design team starts to create design models. The models are designed in such a way that they are suitable for helping the programmers in the development and implementation. Also, most importantly, business rules are defined by the business wing of the organization. As far as design pertaining to the software development is concerned, the major activities involved are UI layout design, languages and frameworks to be used, database design, and architectural design of the proposed system. Software design process has 2 levels as shown below: external design and internal design. External design focuses on deciding which modules are needed, their specification, relationship, and interface among them. Internal design focuses on planning and specifying the internal structure and processing detail. In the development phase, the actual implementation of the proposed software is carried out by the development team, taking the models created by the design team as input. It is the responsibility of the development team to follow a set of software development principles and best practices while coding. It is essential for them to make their code as clean and bug-free as possible so that the quality assurance team won't have to bang their heads trying to figure out loads of bugs. Software testing is the process of evaluating the working of software against various parameters and finding bugs and errors in the code written by the development team. The job of the software testers is to validate the software against various test cases and ensure that the functionalities implemented are in line with the requirement specification. There are various types of testing such as unit testing, integration testing, regression testing, alpha testing, beta testing, system testing, stress testing, and performance testing. It is essential to perform all these types of testing before rolling the product out for production. After documenting the bugs and finalizing the validation reports, they are sent back to the development team to fix those issues. The development and testing stages are iteratively done until the product is almost perfect without any bugs. The final phase is deployment and maintenance phase. The final version of the bug-free software is given to the operations team, which are responsible for staging and production of the software. The operations team is responsible for creating and setting up the server requirements and other hardware-related requirements necessary for deploying the software. Then, the software is rolled out for use by general public or customers. The operations team performs the job of shipping the software by carrying out various activities such as infrastructure management, desktop packaging, database server setup, etc. After the successful deployment of the software, it is crucial to maintain the software. Maintenance involves activities such as monitoring the server load, number of active users, and getting feedback and bug reports from the users. So this concludes the software development lifecycle. So that's it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash the like button and share this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. With that being said, I will see you in the next one.